to do, send us through the whole routine so we know how it works. We're not imagining anything. That's how we can forecast and study. And they don't stop then. You know, the first good-sized shipment that we brought to the U.S., first of all, we didn't work with the Colombians down there. We got stuff coming in, helping out pretty good. Then you could turn the arrow, you could turn the gauge up, way up, so it's way up at the top. You don't have to turn it off, but the one on this side?
Yeah, all the way up?
Yeah, just turn it all the way up. That way it'll go off. Okay. Anyway, a lot of stuff happened. We're going to make our first shipment. That's all ours. There ain't no mixture of it. I sent my homeboy to go pick up some money. We come down. So how we going to get it back? First of all, with my homeboy, a lifelong friend. And he was a physical, he was a boxer too. Even at that time, he was pretty good too. We walked the hills every morning and all that, just like we did in Oakland. And we snorted cocaine too, quite a bit. But I gave him the game. Remember, at this time, I'm still way out in front of them. People have not, they don't have the game because they just haven't been. So I took 30 days to give him the game, and I told him all what to do. And every mistake I made, I didn't tell I made this mistake. I just told him, this is what you do, these are the things you don't do. You stay under, you don't let nobody, you don't buy no big pretty cars, diamond rings, you don't do that. After all of that, he said, if you give me £1 of blow, I don't know what he said. He said, I can make $84,000 out of it. He was still ticking. I said, £1. I said, do you know all those jars I had in my cabinet when you came here? I said, every time I would get a deal, I would take about 2 ounces, an ounce or 2 ounces, put it in a coffee jar, a different jar, and I would know this was that deal, is that. I said, you know, all those jars is gone. We didn't snort it up. I said, £1? I said, we didn't blew up a pound. We ain't been in for 30 days. We didn't snort it up a pound of cocaine. Good cocaine. You ain't never seen that? No, man. I said, a pound. I said, we're now in a different business. I could not give you a pound. I just can't. I said, unless I can give you as 5 or 10, I mean, I can't, plus it comes in kilos, 2.2 pounds. I can't give a pound of blow to take somewhere. It just doesn't add up. I mean, you can do it, but I mean, I ain't, then he thought I was maybe going crazy, so, you know, I got a good shipment of blow. He said, how we gonna get it back? I said, shoot. I said, me and you. I said, I'm a dope dealer and I ain't scared of nobody. So we strapped it on and we went from we went from Colombia to Mexico. I said, now, shoot, we hit up to the border, we'd get it across while we was in Mexico City. Here come a black woman from Cambridge, Massachusetts, and a white woman, probably the same place. And they're following us. Within 1 hour, we had strapped them up and put the dope on them. Why? Because I knew there was the police coming to do the job. I knew that. You think you ain't never seen nobody in your life and then 1 hour, you're gonna have body tape, well, ace bandages, big ace bandages, you know, and have them taking that dope across the border, and they made it too. And I know the white girl was the police because she came back down for a while. Both of them came back. But she came back down for a while. And I wasn't sending nothing right away. So the white boys was police too. They said, can we use her to send her? I said, sure. So she was kind of plump, Dolly Parton looking girl. This white boy was putting so much dope on her, I said, and she wasn't saying nothing. I said, damn, man. And then he had a couple of quarter pounds left in plastic, so he just stuffed them down her breast. You know, I told that cracker, I said, if this lady gets through the customs, white folks can do anything. If she got through. The point I'm making is the white folks to manage. But guess what? They realize, this nigga, when it all falls apart, is when I take my cutie pie and we go over to Algeria and all the Negroes is gone. I'm taking the first installment, you know what I mean? We did several shipments, I always reinvested, and it got bigger, reinvested. All of a sudden, they all gone. The money that I gave them when I first came there in '91, they was flat broke, and they needed money.
He's 71.
And they took that money that was for the revolution to come back and take over America. Shoot, they went to different places, the elders too, they left. Except one guy in D.C. was still there. But I didn't see none of them. So I went around, I went back to Tanzania, and then I found, oh, this is what happened in Nigeria. Now here's the point about Oakland. Just like they hooked up that South American thing for them. Now, in South America, I couldn't have no trouble with the police. Because the police, it was just sweet down there, you know. Just sweet, there was just no problems. But while I'm there, I find out one day, I had all the white boys meet, and I sat in the middle of them. And I told them, I'm tired of y'all acting like the police. It's all right for you to be the police, but you gotta stop acting like the police. I'm sitting in the center of all these white boys. And it's the same response. Nobody's ever said, we ain't the police, we ain't doing nothing. I never said nothing like that. And I'm a nigga sitting in the middle of white boys in Colombia. Either I got a Superman suit on or a clown suit, one of them. And that's what they were. They were all polices. And the one right next to me that managed everything was from Toronto, Canada. Said he was they claimed RCMP, but he was supposed to be a hash dealer. He was a Jew. And you know what? You gotta remember, 72, the Japanese Red Army, the bombings, like that's the times of Entebbe and all of that. And guess what I am? Pro-Palestinian. And he's a Jew. And guess what our only arguments was about? Was about that. Did you get killed Jews? What are they doing there? At least we do the nationalistic reasons. But they failed, maybe we can turn that boy down. You could just turn it on off. It ain't gonna went off yet, huh?
It won't go off.
Oh, it won't go off that way?
I actually don't want to go off. It will go off.
Yeah, eventually, but we'll be icicles by then. Here's the point I'm making. Every plan the police had at certain stages, they're controlling the flow of things. But it never goes the way we want it, the way they want it. That's why we're so involved in it. That's why strategic management under conditions of repression, drawing them in deep, especially with Abdul-Malik and all of them in Oakland. Hell, we're 30, 40 years into the project by now. We know who they are. We know what they're going to do. I mean, in human terms, Yaquin. We told Abdul-Malik in '87, I know you're the police. I'm not guessing, I know you are. That's because we've been dealing with them so long. But after telling them that, we eased back. Remember? And by the time he would come here, he was acting like he was in charge of everything, right?
Sure was.
And we did it on purpose. We did it on purpose. You have to understand why. No matter what the system does, it doesn't make any difference. No matter what the enemy's war plan is, you find out what his war plan and his war behavior is and his method of operation, and you can defeat it. It doesn't make no difference what it is. And as African Americans born in the South, that's something Abdul-Malik used to always get arrested once, just to see where I go. That he saw me first act this way with the police, and by the time we got there, the police was almost eating out of my hand. And he was saying how I could do that. So the guy's name was Michael. I said, well, my boy, what do you think about the IRA? And he was like, what do you mean? I said, Irish Republican Army. And then, because he's Irish, so my brother asked me, how do you know he's Irish? Hell, his name is Michael. Heard of Michael Collins, not right? And he's a police. What else is he gonna be? Right? Finnish? Just clear he's Irish, so you talk about anything, and he's gonna be shot. How do you know anything about us and our historical struggle? Before we know, hell, we're on your team, not you here in America, because you ain't like the ones at home. The ones at home like niggas, which they used to. The ones over here shoot niggas, right, Irish? So we're not pro-Irish in America, because they like all the other white folks when they get over here. But anyway, you have to look at our plan and our action right now. What happened in Oakland has also happened in D.C. You got to remember, we told everybody, why are you going to D.C.? I'm going there. If I can last 5 years, I'm going to get the game. What did they give us here? We already had it, of course. But all of the rest of the game. And if Ahmed Shah and them come by here and haven't even called on the phone in 10 years and come and asking about Bayer, what do we do with our Bayers? Because they got some concoction in their mind, and so they want to recycle it. Or whatever, it's something, they wouldn't be here. Somebody pop up out of the blue, you ain't gonna been with nobody for 10 years and they pop up. What about our wedding ring? What wedding ring? I didn't say What about our marriage vows? Marriage vow. You've been to Mexico, China, Ooga Booga land, and now you come here talking about our wedding vows. Bail. Right. Here's the point. That's why you never have to fear the system. It don't make no difference how big it is. It don't make no difference how sophisticated it is. And the key, we use the same key. They was talking about it this morning on the radio about, said something about Mother Teresa. And they asked her, how do you measure success? She said, I wasn't called to be successful. I was called to be faithful. The same thing with us. How do we measure success? Is by faith. Not by what we do there. But understand, everything that we have done calls for a supreme power and authority watching over you. A nigga can't get that slick. Right. Too many things here, right in front of us, fall into place on a regular, weekly, monthly, yearly basis. And it's outside of the purview, it's outside of the ability of the Negro to do anything about it. You can control sweeping and mopping in the Masjid, but that's about it, right? But you cannot make no forecast prediction in 2011 about nothing. And it's all outside.